Hello, today we're going to learn how to calculate lens distortion in Nuke. I already go through this in more detail in one of my other tutorials, but let's do a quick recap here. So let's jump into Nuke. The first thing you need is to create a checker pattern. So if you press tab and type checkerboard and then view this pressing 1. And let's change the size to 32 to make it a little more granular. And then you put this in full screen pressing H key. Pressing the space and the H key. And then you take your camera. So in this case, I'm mostly using footage from this Pocket 3. So you hold this at your grid pattern and take a footage of this. And then you will get this result. I already did this, so I can show it here. So this is the footage I took with the camera. And this will contain the lens distortion. And we can then use this to calculate the exact parameters. So next, press tab and type lens distortion. And connect this to the footage we just took. And go to grid detection and press detect. And now you can see here we have detected this grid. And now we can solve and find the exact parameters. So press the solve button. And you can see this is a very small distortion, but it's still good to do this because depending on the lens you use, you can have different, more or less distortion. And let's now save these parameters. So to see this result, you can make a text node. So tab text. And then let's put an expression here in the message. So for this, I am going to use these expressions. So value will take the value of lens distortion 1, which is this lens distortion. And then it will take the distortion parameters that we can see here, distortion parameters. And if you hover over, you can see the name of the parameter. So let's go back to the text node and paste these values. So I just copied these expressions and type them in here. And now let's merge this on top using a merge node. So press M, connect the B to the lens distortion and A to the text and view this result. And to better see this, I will add a background to the text node. So these are the lens distortion values for this camera lens. And this we will need in future lessons when we do tracking. So back to Nuke. Another way to store these values, you can just select your lens distortion node, copy, and just paste this into a text editor, and then you can also see the actual parameters here, and you can just copy these and, for example, put this in a sticky note. And then you have your, lens distortion parameters for future reference. So, I hope this was helpful, and see you in future lessons when we will use this for very interesting camera tracking. Over and out.